Lesson 25.
Hola, adios.
Okay, here in this lesson we have two extremely common Spanish words, the word for hello and the word for goodbye. I guess the first thing we want to say is that the H in hola is silent. So we don't want anyone out there to say hola, right, Antonio?
Yeah, that's right. Let's just say hola. Remember, the H in Spanish doesn't sound.
I guess the word hola in Spanish sort of reminds me of the English word hello. So that should be easy to remember. Is the word adios somehow related to the Spanish word Dios, which means God?
Well, it's possible that adios means go with God. So adios really means goodbye, but it's possible that the Spanish meaning of adios somehow means like go with God.
So it started out as like in English, sometimes we say Godspeed to someone when we part ways. So in Spanish, this probably started out as a way of saying something like Godspeed, and then over time it just came to mean goodbye, right?
Yeah, yes, that's what it is.
Okay. What other greetings do we have here in this lesson that you could tell our listeners about?
Buenos dias just means good morning. Buenas tardes just means good afternoon. And buenas noches either means good evening or good night. So if you enter a room and it's past 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, in English you say good evening. But then when you're leaving that room, you just say good night. In Spanish, there's only one way of saying it, and that's buenas noches. So whether you're just entering that room or leaving, there's only one way of saying that, and that's good buenas noches.
Okay. Antonio, how do you say the word for day in Spanish?
The word for day in Spanish is dia.
So buenos dias, does it literally mean something like good day or something like that?
Yes, that's what it literally means.
It's plural. It seems like it's plural too, so
Yeah.
it's just sort of an idiom of some kind that over time has come to mean good morning.
Yeah, morning actually just means mañanas or mañana. But when it comes to just as a greeting, good morning, you don't say buenas mañanas or buena mañana. The only way of saying good morning really is buenos dias.
Okay. So even though it's really got the word day in it, it doesn't mean good day. It just means good morning.
Yes, that's what it is.
One last thing before we leave this lesson. As it says here in the last paragraph on this page, we've been putting some explanatory notes in the answer key. For instance, after words like amigo and amiga, we've been reminding you of their gender by putting in parentheses after the word amigo, male friend, and after the word amiga, we've been putting female friend. But now that you've had some experience working with these words and the concept of gender, from now on, we're not going to put all those notes in the answer key anymore. We may still put some explanatory notes in the answer key, but it will only be at times when we really feel there's a good reason for it.
So from now on, every time you see amiga, in the answer key is just going to say friend. Yeah, by now you know that it means female friend, but we're just going to say friend. And if you see amigo, and the answer key is just going to say also friend. We're not going to specify that it means male friend because by now you have enough experience and you know what that really means.
Let's go through our exercises together. In number 1, the word hola means hello, and the word amigo means friend. So, hello, friend. In number 2, adios means goodbye, me means my, and amiga means friend, a friend of the female gender, that is. So number 2 will say, goodbye, my friend. In number 3, buenos dias means good morning, and mis amigos means my friends. So number 3 will say, good morning, my friends. This could be talking to a group of just males only, or a group that includes males and females. And number 4, buenas tardes means good afternoon, and amigos means friends. It could be referring to a group of male friends or a group that includes males and females. So number 4 will say, good afternoon, friends. In number 5, buenas noches is translated into English in one of two ways, good evening or good night. Really, the meaning of this depends on the context in which it is said. In number 6, unos is a plural indefinite article. We translate those as some or a few. Muchachos means young men. So the first part of the sentence, unos muchachos, will say some young men. Then we have y, which means and then we have unas muchachas. Again, the word unas is a plural indefinite article. We'll translate that as some or a few. And then muchachas means young women. So number 6 as a whole will say some young men and some young women. In number 7, mi means my, and hija means daughter. Then we have the word mi again, and then hijo means son. So number 7 will say my daughter and my son. In number 9, tus means your. That's the plural form of tu. And then hijas means daughters. So number 8 will say your daughters. In number 9, las is a definite article. It is feminine and plural because it's introducing a noun that is feminine and plural. That is muchachas, which means young women. So number 9 will say the young women. In number 10, el is a definite article that means the. Hombre means man. So number 10 says the man.